Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here. Welcome back to Neverwinter Nights. So when you reach Fort Ilkard, before heading up to the fort itself, you'll want to take this first right. This will take you to the ogres and the orcs off to the side. Oh, I don't want to go too far up there. You can see like a little wooden thing on top of that hill. I want to try to not antagonize the Ilkard from here. I gotta have a choice. I failed my will save. Let's do this one. I don't think I actually would have antagonized him, but I just want to stay away from that corner if I'm killing stuff. Yeah, there he is. Sub-Chief Arnis. Oh, and an orc. Alright, so we'll go rolling on into Guzud's cave. Which has also got a number of orc guards and whatnot in it. You want to let the scout do the same thing here that he did back at the last place. Just kind of sit there and scream at you for a while. Oh.
Let the earth take you.
The orc scout out here is real smart. Or there should be a champion in here that's stronger than the others. Yeah, this guy.
Let the earth take you.
I'm not sure what his aura is. I thought it was just like a cold damage aura. It is. Just a cold damage aura. And those dudes, that particular type of champion looks like can sneak attack you. Ah, the scout finally saw me. There are the enforcers. Ow.
Taste of my wrath.
Alright, so Guzud is like in the middle of this place. I'm gonna heal up. You should have one more group of bad guys. Maybe two. I think it's just the one, though. There are some pretty nasty traps, I think, on those
Taste of
two
my wrath.
chests in the room.
Let the earth take you.
Alright, not super bad. Definitely unpleasant. Yeah, I think there actually is one more group. Right through that door. This one right here. Yeah.
Perish as you should.
There he is. So we didn't see it with Vath. We might not even see it with this guy. But when you get these dudes on low health, they surrender. They're not actually surrendering. They're vying for time. They will also attack you if you turn your back after surrendering. We'll try to insta-kill this guy, though. Alright, didn't work. Let's hit him with one of these, then. Down you go. 600. That dude's worth a pile. I think there's an unpleasant trap on this door here. Because they have a prisoner.
Well met.
Alright, so Uncas here is a shaman of the Elk tribe, which is the one attacking Fort Ilkard. These orcs captured him quite a while back. If you set him free, he gives you a feather of peace, so that the Uthgard won't attack you on sight. I mean, they will in the siege, because, you know, they're attacking the fort, and they're not there to talk to anyone or see anything, except blood. So they'll attack you there. But if you approach their stronghold, they will not. If you want to pursue a peaceful solution with the Uthgard, you must free that guy from the orcs. There is no other option. Here we find a guy mourning over his dead pal. But he'll run off. Alright, one of them opened the gate at least. If you kill them, they'll drop keys. So, before I go on a looting spree, I need to stop the siege. They're bombarding the place. They're going to bash down this gate pretty soon. Need to get out there, shut down their siege weapons, and kill their sub-chief. Because the Lord's Alliance does not stand a chance. Now the catapult commanders are stronger than the other guys. But they also usually use weaker weapons. Oh, I am hurt pretty bad, aren't I? So to destroy the catapults, all you have to do is click on them after killing the commander. And to end the siege of Fort Ilkard, you have to destroy all 6 catapults, I think there are. And the commander of the fort will then want you to kill and deliver the head of the sub-chief, Arnis, who's leading the attack. Arnis usually comes down to confront you himself, because killing one of the catapult commanders is right up against the wall, and he'll see it from up top and come running down. Sometimes, though, you gotta go charging up to his little command post and kill him there. Oh, right, the Elk Tribe Druid. That's like the only one of them that's out here.
Perish as you should.
blocking my view? I have no idea. Let's just lure these two away, though. Sometimes some of these dudes can spawn on the other side of that gate, and they'll kill the knights by the gate. It's not every time, but I have seen it happen. So if you lure out these two catapult commanders over there, and then kill them separately, Arnis should not come running down. But if you don't care if he does or not, you can just kill them with reckless abandon. I think that's all their catapults. Oh, nope, he came running down anyway. Now, he does use a scythe, so if he manages to catch it with a critical, it'll hurt. Alright. Well, there are some more guys up there, but I'll be killing them when I head out anyway. So down there, that takes you to, some old ruins. Yeah, no particular name to the ruins. You could call them Creator Race ruins, but that might get you a little confused with the ruins in the very first, or the second chapter. Alright, so this is a knight barracks. There's nothing to do here but loot. Why is there remains out here? Oh, come on! One of the archers did appear over here and killed one of the knights. I think you can sell the gate keys that they've got. We'll see. I'm surprised the knights were able to bring one down, though. Alright, these are the farmsteaders that have been, like, drafted. Echo here has his little side quest. He wants you to deliver a note to his wife on the farms just outside the Elk Tribe stronghold. Alright, so Deimos here is not a good guy. I help him end the siege. Okay, so he says he wants the head of their, of the Uthgard actual, like, or the Uthgard Elk Tribe chief, Zokon Thunderer. He says he wants him dead. But I have the Feather of Peace, so I can speak to them.
Taste of my
That there, yeah, I think there's always a sonic trap on him. And the note is just a world-building note, not part of any quest or anything. These two are Arnis's personal guard. There's only ever two of them that I haven't found. Okay, so the homesteads are out this way. This is also where the Elk Tribe fortress is at. Well, really, it's a stronghold, not a fortress. There's a slight difference between the two. So you can come running up here. These merchants are terrified. They'll tell you that they think the Uthgar's going to kill them. Okay, sub-chief. So the Uthgar out here, if you're a high enough level, just have sub-chiefs with their regular attack parties. These dudes are tough as nails. And I prefer to kill them first. They will also try to kill those merchants. Looks like attacking them brings them out of the stun. Never mind. Forget my observations. Alright, so he's running off. Usually they both die. It is hard to keep them alive, because the Uthgar will target them first. So that way will take you to the elk stuff. There's homesteads out here, though. So this place has been completely wiped out. There's like a wild dog in here. He's worth a little XP, so I always kill him. The Homesteader's Journal, it just tells you about the waning days of their life. I don't think it's actually worth anything, but we'll check to make sure. And then I believe the Tome of Robes. Yeah, that's another magical recipe tome. To make the crystal robes, which I've never made, because when I came here the first time with a mage, I did not have Enervation, which is the spell that you need to make it. So that there is Eccles' homestead. His wife is in there. And that brute will try to kill her. She's a mage, not a particularly powerful mage, but she is a mage. So she's not entirely helpless. Be right back.
Do business to you.
Alright, so that's all Eccles' entire quest. You don't even have to go back and speak to him. She'll now make provisions to ensure their turnip crop survives. And gets sold to who it needs to be sold to. Most of the side quests in this chapter are not big deals, and they're over pretty quick. Which does make sense. I mean, by this point in the game, if you were to equate them, the areas in this game, to Baldur's Gate. So, like, I would say the prologue is Candlekeep, right? And then the first Neverwinter, like, city area with all of the Waterdavian creatures to hunt down, that's Baldur's Gate 1. Baldur's Gate 2 is the entire second chapter, which is honestly the majority of the meat of Neverwinter Nights, is that one chapter. That's where the majority of stuff is at. And then Luskan is like the Elven City at the end of it. Then you get here. This is Throne of Bhaal. And then, like, the final fight of Throne of Bhaal is basically the actual last chapter of the game, because it's very short and just there to wrap things up with the climaxes against the bosses.
Greetings.
Alright, the door is now open because of the feather. I can go in to see their chief. There's more in here than just their thief, though. Thief. Just their chief. We'll cast a detect traps here. They have a number of different traps in the area. This should have the ashes. Yep. Ashes of Running Wolf. That's Tommy's quest item. Ilkard's Complete History of Flight. There are 3 Ilkard books that you need to get into some rooms in this place. There is Zokon.
I am Zokon.
He's pretty strong. Or, like, decently strong. So basically, this door, by the way, super nasty trap. Be very careful opening it. One of Ilkard's books is in here as well. So basically, Deimos wanted to kill all the Elk tribe, so he gave them blankets that were infected with the Wailing Death Plague. Because he wants to kill them and seize the land. It's, yeah. You know, I wonder whatever could they be trying to reference. Well, that's what's going on here. So they joined with Luskin because Luskin promised to find a way to cure the plague. I think Luskin is lying, personally, but they don't have a lot of places to turn. Their people are slowly dying of this awful, awful disease. Which, I might add, is always strengthening Morag, so, you know, good job there, Deimos. There's the last of the books. Now, Deimos has a part of the cure, enough to cure his fort and himself if they ever caught it from the Elk tribe. So I just need to go get that from him. I'll have to pay him for it, because if you don't pay him for it, the only alternative is killing him, which antagonizes the whole fort and gets you a bunch of evil points, despite how awful of a person he is. And for some reason, I can't just head over to, like, Aaron Gend or whoever is in charge here and tell them what he's done. So he just gets to keep his position and make some money off of this entire mess, losing absolutely nothing in the process. So each of the books will open one of these treasure rooms. I don't think any of these chests are trapped, but they're all locked, and they just have some random treasure. Clearly not very great treasure.
Taste of my wrath!
Alright, so now we're running right back to Deimos so that I can get the cure for the plague. I think I could actually rescue those 2 prisoners that these guys are holding right now. They're just random people they picked up pretty much out in the countryside and threw in a cell, who are technically members of the Lord's Alliance because they're like citizens of the areas around here, but they're not soldiers at all. Like, one's a merchant, I think, and one's a noblewoman who just happened to be traveling through and got grabbed. At least they're not dead. And I think you could free them now if you wanted to. I usually wait till I'm done, though, just in case. You never know how these things could go wrong. Be careful trying to bargain with Zokon. If you get him the cure, and then try to, like, extort stuff from him for it, he will probably go hostile on you.
Hello.
So 1,000 gold. Now I can bring the cure back. They give you the blankets so that you can, like, turn those over to Deimos and say, hey, remember these? They're no longer infected with the plague, because I guess the plague's infection life isn't permanent. Which makes me wonder how Deimos infected them, right? Because this is a while after I already cured the city. So how was part of the Wailing Death alive long enough to still be infectious from the blankets, but not long enough to currently be infectious? Like, how long does that thing last, if it has an actual endpoint? I don't know, they just wanted to go the plague-infected blanket route because they were trying to attack early colonizers of the Americas. Events like that happen so rarely, the majority of those diseases just occurred.
Greetings.
But they wanted to kind of shoehorn that in there. Because it's not like the blankets serve any real plot point. You take them, and then they're gone after you're done talking to Deimos, and that's all there is to it.
My people wither and die.
At 625 XP, he gave me this to give to the druid Yusam. There's his ceremonial spear. That is Daylon's quest item. Never sell it. It's worth a lot of money, but you need it for the quest. Now I'm going to set these people free.
Let the earth take you.
Welcome to you.
No, never mind.
Huh?
Alright, the prisoners are free. War is ended.
I greet you.
You could probably now kill the Elk tribe if you were trying to maximize your XP and bring the head back to Deimos, but you'd have to be a real jerk to do that. I'm not sure you can, but you could definitely try it. And there's nothing stopping you, even if you can't give the head back, from killing everyone anyway. You can be a serious experience grubber in this game if you want to be. But you don't really need to, and at the end of the day, that little bit of experience you're going to make off of all those things is not going to matter. Especially because of how Hordes of the Underdark rebalances what you get XP for. So I'll turn over Guzud's head. It'll be put on a spike outside like Voth's. So Rollkid said that they have another issue. He has learned that Obold Many Arrows, an orc chieftain, and one of the most powerful and famous orc chieftains in the entirety of the Forgotten Realms universe. And that's not an exaggeration. He's probably the most famous orc chieftain. He's the one that made those archer belts, those, like, the greater archer's belts and stuff. And so, yeah, Yusam gave me this. Bludgeoning resistance, improved evasion, and green light. Huh. Can't sell that key, can't sell that, can't sell this, or that. And so, Rollkid learned that that dude, Obold, was in this area to try and sign a peace treaty, not a peace treaty, an alliance with Luskan against Neverwinter. He would rather not have an army of orcs on their side, so he wants me to find and kill him first. He's in the direction of Moonwood, and he's also one of the two reasons I always do Moonwood last, because he's not really there unless you complete the other quests first. The other reason I do Moonwood last is because it's got like 4 areas in it. It has fire giants and dragons abounding, and so it just makes sense to do last, because you're going to need all the power and strength you can get. But yeah, if you remember the two representatives that were at the host tower that I killed. One of them was a barbarian woman, one of them was an orc fighter. The orc was a representative of Obold, the woman was a representative of Zokon. Because those are the two people Luskin makes alliances with. I have never actually got to the last chapter without dealing with those two. I don't think it makes a difference. I'm pretty sure they won't have extra orcs and barbarians in their number, but they might. You never know. I would just advise dealing with them here. Luskin will still have frost giants and then all of its Luskin wizards and troops and stuff, but other than that, it's mostly just a fight against Luskin. Alright, well that's it for this one. So we'll be dealing with the Ilkard ruins in the next one. We'll have to go through the whole place twice because of the whole time dilation effect nonsense. And getting 2 more of the party items, or companion quest items. And then getting another word of power and preparing to move on. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.